Why does it look so dark? There we go. That looks better. Hey. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Connection is unstable. Why is it unstable? Uh-oh. Hey, Rhonda. Can you see me okay? Hear me okay? I just got a notification our connection is unstable. Just want to make sure we're good.
I just want to say hi.
Girl, looking like that?
Hi. Sorry.
Get out of here. All right, cool. Hey. Putting the kids to bed right now. Marcus putting the kids to bed right now. He'll be down. They close schools tomorrow. So, like we got an email at the last minute, like 2 hours ago, saying don't report to school. They're running out of, like, they don't have enough substitutes to cover all the teacher absences from COVID. So, girl, you're so funny.
Bye-bye. We're going to night. What are you guys doing? I'm trying to. I can't find another charger.
Just put it down there. I'll get it.
Okay.
Hey, Rochelle. The other charger was down there. I don't know what they did with it. I'm sure she was playing. Hey, Stephanie. So we got all our goals out. We're gonna talk some Bradley family goals today. Oh my God, I know. This, like, everybody I've talked to pretty much said that their schools basically went remote these last couple of days. If they were in school Monday and Tuesday, because there's a lot of schools that were just done on Friday. But our school, we still had Monday and Tuesday to go. And they emailed us, just basically they shut down the whole district until Christmas. And I can only assume that a couple weeks after Christmas, they're going to be remote too, just because it's the holidays. Everybody's going to be trying to get together, and it's going to be like cases going to be sky high. You know what I'm saying? So I can only assume that that's probably what's going to happen. They probably won't be back in school till like mid-January or so, is what I would think. But you all right? All right there, buddy. Man, them kids. All weekend. MJ, like yesterday, man, I'm telling you, where I just doing the papers? I almost went off on MJ. He come in my room. He was just like walking around upstairs like he always do. And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't really paying attention. And so he comes in my room and he's like, Mommy. And I'm like, what you want? Mommy. And I look at him and he's just like wet all on his face and his hair. He got in the toilet and had toilet water all over his face and hair. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I just lost the papers. I just had them. What did I do with them? I literally just had them in my hands. I mean, you saw it. You were writing on it.
Is that the right?
No, this is my other stuff. I just had them. You can speak and say hello.
What's up, everybody? Oops, sorry. I'm trying to push this back so I feel so crunched in this thing.
Am I crazy? Oh, here we go. I'm like, I just had them.
COVID numbers looking good here so far.
Going up in Illinois. I feel like they're going up everywhere. Like it's been crazy everywhere. I'm supposed to have a lash appointment this week. My lash is all spotty. My lash girl texted me yesterday night and said she tested positive for COVID. So I ain't gonna be able to get my lashes done. I mean, I hope she's okay, obviously. She said she's doing fine. But it's just affecting everybody and everything. I would have never thought 2 years ago when this started that we'd be still talking about it and it'd be a regular part of all of our lives. I would have never thought that. But anyway, we're going to talk about goals today. We're going to do like a little 2021 recap, and we're going to talk about just like some of the things that we have slated for 2022, some of our goals, and yeah. And if you guys can think of any more goals that we should have on our list, let us know. But yeah, we're talking all things goals today. What do I do? Nothing. Okay. Oh, and the drink of choice tonight is, I went to a winery a couple months ago. It's like maybe 30 or 45 minutes from my house, called Michelangelo's, and they had the best Riesling. So it's a 2020 Riesling, which is what we're going to be drinking. Well, that's what I'm drinking tonight. What you got?
Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine. Just something I picked up from Mark's.
Can you open this?
Did you get that thing in your mouth?
You know I got it in my mouth. He always making fun of me because I got. Hold on. I know y'all could probably hear it. He always making fun of me because I got my like temporary tooth thing in my mouth.
It sounds bad. Why do you got it in right now?
Cause I don't like the hole.
Nobody can see the hole.
You can see the hole. It just sounds so weird. I know y'all can hear it. But I don't like the holes. I don't like the big hole. So I gotta go back to the dentist one more time. So I went this past, Thursday? I went this past Thursday and I had to get 2 fillings. I have 3 more fillings that I need to get. So I'm going this Thursday coming up, and I'm going to finish up these 3 fillings, and I literally do not have to go to the dentist again until, it's my glass straw. You're going to break it. I literally do not have to go to the dentist again until, like 4 months from now. I think he said in April, he can finally put the crown on, so I don't have the hole anymore. So all my dental problems shall be done for now, at least. But we family. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. It's still like, I don't know, it drives me insane. Like just seeing it drives me completely insane when I see it. The whole. This was like some of the best Riesling I've had in a very long time.
The hole you can barely, one, unless you like staring in her mouth, you can't tell.
Yes, you can. Even when I smile, yes, you can.
But you ain't smiling hard.
I am going to be smiling. Video suggestion, best wines. That's a good idea. I'm going to write that down. We've been trying to write down some like video suggestions and talk about just what we want this channel to look like in 2022. It was kind of, we'll talk about that when we get there. So we'll do like a little.
We got to get there though, so we might as well get there now.
Well, let's do a little. I was gonna say we'll do a little like.
We only got 40 minutes.
I get it. I was gonna say we'll do like a little 2021 overview overall, just in general, and then we'll go through our different categories or whatever. Best wine. I like that. I'm gonna put that on the list. All right. So overall, 2021. What were your thoughts?
I don't know. It was okay. Solid year. I didn't know what we were just about to get. We say I don't know. Yeah, I mean it was a solid year.
For me, 2021 was good. I obviously there were ups and downs like there are in every year, but I feel like it was Yeah, I feel the same way. It was a pretty typical year. I feel like we got to like settle into our house this year. We settled into having 4 children a little better this year. I feel like we got into a routine, and it's been good. We're I guess we're settling into what the Bradleys are at this stage in life, and it was pretty nice. I enjoyed this year. I really did. Um, yeah, I enjoyed this year. No, I don't feel like we took any major losses. Um,
No major surprises, no major losses. Continuous moving forward. So I mean, yeah, it was a pretty solid year overall. No real things that I could point at like, oh, I wish I'd have did this or anything differently. Obviously, besides the C word being gone, there's no nothing
what
else.
was the word?
The word that's gonna get us probably strike because you done said it about 10 times on here.
All right, so let's move into our categories and our goals. Which one do you want to start with?
I feel like a big one that everybody is always on everybody's list and always near and dear to my heart if y'all watch me on vlogs and complaining is money.
So our finances. We wrote down several financial goals. Now, okay, so let's talk about 2021. How did 2021 go financially for us?
Pretty good. Besides, Camellia just keep creating debt every time I look up, there's some.
I do not. I do not. So
being transparent.
Our biggest financial goal was to pay off all of our consumer debt. So I think when we sat down and counted, it was like 12,000.
It's more than that.
15.
Yeah.
It was like 15,000. I can't remember the number, but it was like 15,000 worth of consumer debt is what we had.
Oh, and that wasn't including the big car. So I think it pushed it closer to like 20.
Okay, closer to 20,000 of consumer debt, and that was our goal to pay all that off. So we got very, very close. We got less diligent towards the end of the year. I feel like we could have had it paid off had we started the way had we ended the way we started. But we have about $5,000 left?
$5,000. Yeah.
We have about $5,000 left. So we actually did really well. We didn't get it done, but we did really well. And so that is on our list again to finish all that off.
And once we do, to never add it back up.
Say what you got to say. You got to say something. I mean, say what you got to say. Say it.
You already know how I feel.
Well, say it.
I'm just saying, we've done this, get the debt paid off train 1 or 2 times now.
We never completely paid it off. I just want to point that out.
We've done yours. Yes, we have. We have completely paid off yours a couple of times.
We hadn't completely.
We had completely. And if we hadn't completely, we got it damn near done. Not to the point where we still finding purchases on credit cards. We're like, oh, I ain't making no more purchases. And we find another $500 purchase that we just paid off. No, once we pay it off, it's done. We're done with it.
That's what I said. You done?
I hope. So.
No, that's probably our well, I won't say our biggest financial goal because we can do that pretty easily. Yeah. We can pay that last little bit off pretty easily. But we want to do that in Q1.
Paying it off will be easy in 2022. Keeping it off is like weight. This debt is gonna be like weight. Keeping it off in 22.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. You put stuff on credit cards too.
I haven't had any consumer debt since like June.
That's still this year.
And I've barely had it, and it's been barely like a running credit card, like something like for a couple $100. I haven't had more than $1,000 in debt all year long.
Anyway. Pay all our major purchases in cash. I agree, and that's.
I don't know. I don't want to have it too deep of a comment because I don't personally think. Another thing on our financial road trip journey for me / us is learning how, if you're gonna use credit, using it wisely and making it work for you. So like if you're gonna use it on credit, if you're gonna use credit card purchases, being able to use those, make those type of big purchases on a card that's gonna work for you, maybe giving you miles or giving you hotels or something free for using that card, and then paying that card off without consuming the interest that comes with it. That type smart money is what I'm working for in 22.
I mean, I'm good. I'm good with that. And I do. You know, this year it's been the year of the Klarna and the Afterpay.
I'm actually okay with though. I'm okay with the Klarna and the Afterpays. It's the credit cards that I have. Not too much Klarna and Afterpay. That's a problem.
See, that's too many stipulations. You don't want to use credit cards, use Klarna, and they mad. I don't know what to do.
Just stop buying so much.
It's probably not going to happen. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. We know ourselves at this point in life. Let's be honest. Snowball effect. No, we don't. We tried to do Dave Ramsey some years ago. This was even before we got our finances in order. We tried to do Dave Ramsey some years ago, and I don't know. I don't know why we never did. I did.
Yeah, you know you talked to me. You read that and Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah. I don't know why we never did the snowball effect like that, but we just.
What is a snowball effect?
So basically, say you have 3 credit cards. So say you have 3 credit cards. So you have just to make it easy, 3 $100 or 3 $1,000 balances. No, a $1,000, a $2,000, and a $3,000. You pay off the lowest balance first.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever you were paying monthly, once you get that and then you pay the minimums on the others. And then once you get that lowest balance paid off, whatever you were paying you keep paying that much. So say you was paying $300 a month on that $1,000, you roll that $300 a month over, and you try to pay as much as you can for the second one plus the $300. And then when you get to the $3,000 balance, if you was paying $500 a month on the second one, you should be able to pay $500 plus.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of, we didn't do it like that. We kind of, the way we attacked the major debt we had this year, when we sat down and was really diligent about it for those 4 or 5 months that we did it, we sat down, we went over bills, and looked like, okay, we can really throw $500 at this credit card this month, or we can really throw $350 at this credit card this paycheck, and was like,
we just sat down each paycheck
aggressively attacked the debt like that. Like, all right, we're gonna do hell. We just paid off, what was that? The BJ's card that you had. How much was on there? Like $5.
Oh, the airline card.
Yeah, it was like $5.
Something like that.
Yeah, $5.60 on Monday, because she's like, oh, it shouldn't be nothing on there besides what we bought at BJ's. And I go on there, it's like $400 extra shit on there. I'm like, we paying off this card, and I don't want to hear about there's still purchases on there. We paying this off, and that's it.
I knew it was something on there. I didn't know he was gonna make me open it up. I was really stressed out when he did that, and surprised me and made me open it up in front of him. So that's how we do it. I promise y'all, we're going to do like a payday routine or a paycheck routine, like just our kind of routine of sitting down and paying bills. Promise y'all, we're going to get that done this year. It's on our list of things, of videos to make, because you guys have been asking us kind of how we, pay our bills and save our money and stuff like that. So we're going to definitely get that out for you guys.
Rochelle said, I knew it. Mark sounds like my husband. Y'all say that a lot. Y'all got some smart husbands out here. That's what I will say. One thing my hubby and I do is pay for all. Okay. Snowball effect. I love Klarna and Afterpay.
They're the best, man. They're the best.
I will say this. I'm still trying to understand what Klarna and Afterpay get out of that. I'm assuming that they're selling those products at a discount to Klarna, Afterpay. What's another one?
What do you mean they're selling at a
Because,
discount?
in order for them to take something and let you pay for it on 4 interest-free payments, they got to be getting something from the company
I don't know.
to take on that response. That's a responsibility that they don't have to. Nobody has to take that on.
Yeah.
Like, that product either gonna sell or it ain't gonna sell.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they taking a risk that somebody might not pay them for that.
I don't know how it works, but it's been working for me. Hallelujah.
Credit cards are evil. Yes, Raymond.
I love your channel. First of all, thank you for watching, right? He makes the best food. The best food.
I have to check it out.
Yes. Credit cards for personal needs, makeup, clothes. Don't do afterpaying. Don't do afterpaying, Klarna?
I usually pay about $500 a month on my credit card because I use them. And that's how I do. Like, I have a credit card that earns me, like, I just got it this year, but it earns me miles. Every mile, every dollar I use for regular purchases is a mile I earn for airplane miles. On restaurants, it's doubled. Gas is doubled, and hotels and leisure or something like that is like 5 times the points. So literally every purchase I make, I'll use that credit card for. And then at the end of every month, but what I do is I got an account that I transfer money into. So like, let's say I spend $50 on this card, I'll transfer $50 into an account. And then when that credit card statement is cut, I pay off that card. So I'm still using the same money that I was going to use, but I'm making that card work for me as far as earning miles and stuff like that on it.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like that card, and I have one too, but I've been trying to stay away from them altogether, honestly.
Because you don't know how to put the money away. You think, oh, this is extra money.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from them altogether. Credit cards, like, they mess me up. They trip me up every time. They really do. And I know that about myself, so I'm good. But paying off consumer debt, that's like number one. That's Q1. We can get that done. Our next goal is during Q1 also to sit down with a financial advisor. We were supposed to do that this year, but we wanted to pay our debt off first. And like I said, we didn't quite get there. So since we know we'll get there this year, sitting down with a financial advisor, I think once you have debt paid off, the next logical step is to figure out how to make your money work for you. Yeah. The money that you have, how are you going to make it grow?
Because it's one thing to have all this money like sit in the savings account, but it's not doing nothing sitting in the savings account. The couple extra, the $5 or $6 you make from interest from the bank on that money sitting there is really not doing you anything. So
at all.
To take the goal would be to take a large chunk of that and put it into something and watch this. Be like, all right, go do you. We'll check back in 10 years and bringing something back.
Or even, but also helping us with investing as well.
Yeah,
we like started off kind of dabbling in Robinhood investing, but I feel like unless you're like watching that stuff all the time, like that's kind of, I don't know, it's an easy way for everyone to invest, but I really want to like have a brokerage account and do some long-term investments. So talking to a financial advisor, kind of having someone walk us through that process, what that looks like, I think will really be helpful. So that's where we want to get to as well. I think that's it for finances. That is it for finances. Envelope stuffing. We tried that years ago. Yeah, we tried that years ago. We just don't deal in cash. I guess there's digital ways that you can do it, and you can.
It's kind of like we do. We do it to an extent.
No doubt.
Kind of right. What I do, you don't. But what I do for us is there's like, how I want to word it. So like, obviously y'all know if y'all watch any of our sit down videos, we got like 5 accounts. So what I'll do is we pay the bills. We got an account where the money go in for mortgage. It's sitting there. That money never is touched. That's the mortgage account. It's never touched. Now there's times that I look at the account after the bills and stuff come out, and I'll be like, oh, we got a substantial amount of money sitting here or whatever, and I'll move a chunk of that somewhere else. I don't per se stuff in the envelope, but I'll be like, all right, we don't need all this money in the regular account. And I'll move it. Yeah.
But envelopes.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, this is for gas. This is for groceries.
So
I
think that's one thing that we have to get better at is to get a budget. Is to have a budget for things and stick with it. And I think that's something that we could get better at is to be like, okay, so this month we're only going to spend such and such on restaurants. We're only going, and maybe it'll make us more strategic about when we're gonna cook and all of that, or we're only going to spend this amount of money on groceries. So that means we have to eat what we have in the refrigerator, because we don't have enough money to replenish everything. All this, man, we waste so much money in food every single, I would say monthly, every single 2 weeks. When I go in that refrigerator and I'm just throwing stuff out because it didn't went bad, we waste so much food.
Agreed.
So figuring that out, I think would be helpful, but trying to figure out a different way than an envelope system. The ultimate goal is to owe on one a credit card. Yeah, that's what they want. Do easy pay on H. The only thing I hate about HSN and QVC is that they charge, like, their products cost more. So if you look, like, I like wanted to buy, I remember a couple years ago, I was like going to buy another camera. And so I was looking on HSN and QVC. The price of the camera, and it's like everything is like $100, or especially electronics, like $100 or $2 more. They'll give you the easy pay, but it's like $100, like Klarna or Afterpay, so you can pay it in 5 easy payments or 6 easy interest-free payments or whatever. But the product costs more though.
I do like Klarna and some stuff, like even with like a larger purchase where you got the cash and you just want to be like, oh, I just want to break this up into. I got, like when we went to Chicago, I actually bought our tickets for Lego World and something else we did there, and I broke it up into 4 payments. That was like a $400 transaction. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just split this up into 4 $100 transactions. There's nothing extra, so that's why I don't mind that. But not like I'm gonna buy this, and I'm gonna buy this on Afterpay. I'm gonna buy this on Klarna. I'm gonna buy this on this.
I gotta spread them around.
Yeah.
IRA. I've heard good things about IRAs. His, hers, and ours account when our personal accounts run out. That's it. I get that. See, y'all know we dump everything into one. I mean, we have separate accounts, but we're both on one. We don't have a his, mine, ours. They all go into one account.
If she's gonna spend it, she's gonna find a way to spend it out all.
You're right, because I'll just take his debit card and go spend it.
Right,
I got his debit card saved on my
or on the credit cards, or figure I had to pay it back eventually in some way. So
do cost more trying to buy them on sale. I get that. Because I'm like, every time I look, I'm like, this is like $200 more than what I would have paid. Okay, let's move on. Financial goals are very important, though. I think it's good, just as a roundabout, I think it's good to get very specific with your financial goals and really understand. I like to work backwards. So we like to sit down and talk about what kind of year do we want to have for 2022? What do we want, like, the next 5 years to look like, the next 10 years to look like? And then, when you work backwards and say, okay, so in order for the next 10 years to look like this, we have to do this for this year. You know what I mean? So being able to get specific on our financial goals and kind of break those down are very crucial and very important. So I just want to throw that out there. If you have not done goal setting yet, especially for financial goals, I definitely would encourage you to do so. Our next category is social media. So you all right there, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know.
So social media, which would include, and this is just talking about this channel, not my channel specifically, but just this channel and our Instagram, Bradley Party of 6. If you ain't following us, go ahead and do so. But I feel like this year, what am I trying to say? So I feel like this year, I don't know. So I feel like our YouTube channel was, I don't know, it was kind of disappointing. Like, I feel like we were making some good strides and some good growth last year. And this year, I feel like we were kind of totally stagnant on our YouTube channel. How do you feel?
Yeah, I would agree.
So we've been like brainstorming and kind of racking our brains on how to turn things around. I mean, we love doing YouTube. I feel like if we were doing it at this point and we were doing it for the money, we'd have quit a long time ago. Like, it's not something that we're making a substantial amount of money off of, but we actually just hopefully we're impacting someone and making someone's day, making someone smile. So we love that. But it would also be nice to have it grow and to just, impact more people. So we do have goals surrounding social media. The first thing we want to do is to clarify our branding and channel continuity. I feel like this channel sometimes feels, even for us, like all over the place. So just really clarifying and making everything kind of seamless, using like the same colors, the same type of thumbnails, and getting our own like clarifying branding on things, I think would be nice. You want to read some? You just want me to?
No, go ahead. You got it. You're doing good.
Okay. We also want to upload in 2022 4 times a week. And every other week, we want to do a live like we started to do over the last few months. We were doing lives every other Thursday. We would love to continue that because we've been having so much fun just really talking to y'all and really interacting with you guys like this. I think it's one thing to put up regular videos, but it's another to get on live and actually be able to talk to you guys in real time. We have fun doing these. We like doing these. So to be able to do that, make sure we're keeping that up and on our schedule so you guys know when to get on and when to kind of make yourselves available if you want to be on the lives. I think it's fun.
Not to mention, I feel like this is a lot more personal because I know sometimes you guys who do comment on our videos, when we comment thank you or thanks for watching, that we really don't know what to not what to say, but it's kind of like instead of making it long-winded, it's a nice little gesture. We appreciate you watching. This more so is like live interaction. We can be there in the moment, you saying something and having a real dialogue.
Yeah, definitely. And then what was our other one? So we wanted to do some more sit down videos. I feel like this year we kind of got away from doing actual like sit down videos talking about money, talking about like we get a lot of questions about building homes and budgets and how to save for your first home and stuff like that. We get so many questions about that and our financial journey. What do you guys do? How do you guys save money? Those are probably the biggest questions that we get. So doing more sit down videos surrounding things like that, and maybe we'll detail like when we go talk to a financial advisor, maybe detailing that experience, because I know so many people have questions and we just want to be a resource and help people out. I feel like we didn't have that stuff when we were looking for those answers.
Yeah. Also tweaking, dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley. It's going, we get some people who like it, but we're going to be trying to do it, but actually make it function for the channel or work for the channel. So
yeah, we have to figure out. I feel like sometimes, and this has happened on my main channel too, it's like I used to do a lot of makeup tutorials and people would, but they would barely views. And then I'd stop and people would be like, you haven't done a makeup tutorial, or why haven't you done makeup tutorials? And it's like, well, no one's watching them. I don't know. Like there's other videos clearly that you all like better. So it's trying to figure out how Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley can work and you guys will actually watch it. And maybe I'm not saying y'all specifically because I feel like all y'all on here, I've seen y'all comment, y'all watch them. But in general, I mean, I can't, like it's 13 y'all on here. I can't do a video and only have 13 people watch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so how do we incorporate that still into our channel but then also get people to watch it?
Yeah.
So trying to figure that out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for social media goals.
Jump to the comments.
Yeah, so some comments. Oh, talking about IRAs. Yeah, I definitely want to look into an IRA. Oh, and the money's tax free. I didn't realize. I think I did realize that.
Yeah.
I think I did. Okay. Deleted Facebook. Social media can be so draining sometimes.
It's big time draining. That doesn't even want something we're talking about. But every time since becoming an iPhone user, one of the updates I get every Sunday is my screen time. And I'm so happy every week when it's down. It's been progressively going down for about 3 months now. Because the wormhole of Instagram and Facebook, it gets so like, I feel like I know people too much at times. Like I don't want to know that either you got a whole lot going on and you probably shouldn't be on here, or that it's that way, or I feel like it's a whole other way where it's like, all right, dog, now you're doing too much. I don't know. It is a very draining experience.
Definitely. New here and enjoy your videos. Well, welcome. Thank you. We appreciate that. Love the Lives and the Dear Mr. and
Mr.
Mrs.
Bradley.
Bradley. So we toyed around with maybe making.
I think we're gonna do that for the first live back. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like a live in the 2022. Our first live of 2022 is gonna be a Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley format, just on live.
That's what we do. So we toyed around with that, and if we should make that permanent. But then we love to kind of sit. Sometimes here we're talking about goals and we're getting y'all feedback, in real time and talking to y'all in real time. But I feel like sometimes it's also nice to do the topics that you really want to hit on. Sometimes it's nice to do those without a live, because you're able to really get out all the points that you want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Without seeing your immediate reaction, because then I may switch up what I'm saying or something like, you just don't know how comments or whatever will affect you and what you're trying to say.
Right.
So we're working on the format. You guys just keep giving us feedback. We appreciate it, and we'll keep adjusting until we get it right. Doing a good job, Enjoy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, that's a good idea.
We did a poll before. I don't think we did. We asked, no, it wasn't a poll. It was hey, submit us questions about what you want to see us talk about on Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley. And we didn't get a whole lot of interaction on that. Also, that was on our Instagram. It wasn't on YouTube. We have to learn how to use the YouTube platform.
Not learn how, we have to do it.
We got to use the YouTube platform a lot more when it comes to stuff like that.
That's true. Using like the feed and the home feed so you guys can vote on things. And I think that's our bad too, because we have to get a little more organized and like working earlier.
Right.
And getting things done earlier, y'all. There's just be so much going on. Like, as you guys know, I have a channel, then we have our stuff going on, and then obviously we work full time. We have 4 kids, and not an excuse, just saying. Enjoy watching it. Oh, well, I'm glad we could help you out, and I'm praying for you. I hope things turn around for you in 2022. I'm claiming it for you.
Yes.
It's going to turn around for you in 2022. That's why we do this, though. It's like, that is why, honestly, why we do this. That's why we started this, because we wanted to show, like, just good, healthy, and real
everyday people.
Yeah, like Black families. Like, that's why we started this. And that's why I started my YouTube channel. And so it's so nice to hear that. Experience behind your second home purchase, saving. Oh, that's a great topic. Do we save the same or more? That's a great topic.
Yeah, that was a painful experience.
Why was it painful?
To drop that down payment twice in a 3-year time span. The second one being more than the first one.
It's like double.
Yeah, in a 3-year time span, it just be like, boop, here goes this large chunk of change, and then here goes another large chunk of change, but we starting all the way over.
We needed to do it. We needed to do it, and you know it. Podcast. Go ahead.
That's what Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley was supposed to be. I'm giving y'all some insider. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley originally was supposed to be a podcast. That's what I wanted it to be. That was my brainchild, my baby. And Cece was like, we should just do it and just record it. It never really sat well, all the way right with me. But I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Because y'all, I guess we could have just knocked out some episodes as, and we could have batch recorded and knocked out some episodes. But you're talking about now I'm editing for a channel we're editing for this channel. Do I have to edit the podcast and put that up? Now that's
not though.
it's another
it's a podcast.
platform.
You just getting on there talking.
You know how many people edit podcasts? They do.
You don't have to.
They do.
You don't have.
You don't have to edit YouTube videos. But
like
but we do.
It could be a live podcast that you put out later. That's what. This is our.
I just feel like it's just so many platforms. It is so hard for me to keep up as is. And
see, because originally how I wanted to do my original thought on Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley was for a picture. If we was gonna put it on YouTube, was it to be a picture of us, and then stream our podcast, the podcast episode, right up on YouTube. And that would have been Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley.
You were saying a real podcast though, on a
yeah, but to get it on YouTube, I was saying we would put a picture on there and upload it.
It's just like now we can barely keep up with promoting the YouTube videos. Now we're promoting the podcast.
But like I said, that's the original thought process behind over 2 years ago for Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley.
It was.
That was my brain birth child, was a podcast.
I just get tired thinking about that though. Like I get stressed out and tired just thinking about that. If I didn't have a full-time job, like I mean, share the channel so we can get 1 million subscribers and then we can quit our jobs. I promise we'll have a podcast going.
Bitcoin is a scam. I'm assuming that's a.
I'm assuming too.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they wrote that, but okay. A live on Zoom. That's a good idea. We can see everybody. Cameras on only. Be like at work. Be like the camera police at work.
No, that would be. I mean, obviously, y'all already seeing us, so that would just be adding the element of putting y'all on the screen. So that works for us.
And actual voices.
Right.
Yeah, actual voices. That would be cool. I'm gonna write that down. Maybe we'll arrange something like that.
That would actually give some pause, and y'all could bring y'all husbands, and we could do something offline and for real, because that'd give us some. That's another thing of Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley that I've always wanted to do, but none of our friends are really like down with YouTube or recording or being on camera.
We tried to get them. Maybe we'll ask them again. So
we like to do like Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bradley in like a couples format too, where we like getting insight. We would have
loved to do that.
Yeah, like getting insight, and it wasn't just our perspective, but like, you know, like a younger married couple or a couple that's not married, and their thoughts and their ideas on different topics and how they see things. Because we realize that the way we view life and relationships is not the same way that everybody else do. So to like get that perspective, that's why we did Mr. and Mrs. Bradley, is to put our perspective out there. So to be able to get that perspective back from other people is something that we always thought would be really, really cool. But we can never find anybody who like, oh no, I'm not comfortable being on camera. I don't know if I want to do that. So we stopped asking.
Like I said, maybe we'll ask again, and we can have some nice couple chats in 2022. But I don't know. Our friend's lame, and you can tell him I said. Oh God. Say y'all want my hubby on Zoom. I think that would be fun.
Yes, I do too.
That's on our list. I got it written down. I'm supposed to keep going in now. What's next? We're talking about finance, social media. Oh, personal. So
you killed this that first goal this year. You blew me out the water.
Oh yeah, I did. So one of my, y'all about to hear this twice because I'm gonna talk about it in my channel too a little bit, but my personal, so okay, well, let's talk about personal goals. How 2021 went. I had goals of reading, I wanted to read 12 books for the year. I actually read 17, and I'll probably be at 18 before the end of the year, but I killed the reading goal. I wanted to be active and work out at least 3 times a week. I'm going to count up all my workouts next week, but on average, I think I did that. There were a couple bouts like a few weeks ago when I had my dental work, and then like in March, I got sick and I couldn't work out for a week or so. But for the most part, this is the most consistent I've ever been with my workouts for 2021. And it was amazing to, like, I broke so many fitness goals. I wanted to get my mile time under 10 minutes. I did that in like January or February. And then I ended up getting it under 9 minutes. So this year, I think my goal by the end of the year is to get my mile time under 8 minutes.
All right. That's an aggressive goal.
That's very aggressive. I have to shave 49 seconds off of my mile time.
Without me being there to be like, go, baby, go.
I really think I can do it. So I just have to train for it and work at it. But I like that little piece hanging out. I felt like.
Oh.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's in my hair.
I'm sorry. I thought I was trying to help you out there.
Whatever. Anyway, but no, so I want to get my mile time better this year, but I like my fitness goals. I'm so proud of myself for what I was able to accomplish, like fitness wise this year.
I'd be like,
I would have never thought I could run like I do.
I'd be so up and down, and at times I'd be like hard on myself, and then I don't know, like this year, like I look like over these past month, I feel like my fitness life this year has been a failure, literally, because I know how shitty my last month and a half of fitness has been. But I think back, like I ran 80 miles in 2 months at the beginning. It was the beginning of the spring. I did the dry try. I got my mile up under 8. I did a 7-minute mile, 7:30-minute mile. I did some pretty good dope shit. That's the thing, like another thing why I think reflection, speaking on goals, reflection is sometimes really, really important, because at times we focus so much on what we're doing like right now, we don't look back and be like, oh, you know what, this year wasn't as bad.
And writing down your wins.
Yeah. Like
writing, I tell people that about like work. Like when you're at work, every single thing you do, write it down. Everything you made an impact on, write it down. And so at the end of the year, now you have this brag file. So if you want to go in for a raise, if you want to do this, you want to do that. If your boss saying you ain't did shit this year, ma'am, look at this. And you will have that to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people that all the time, but that's important personally too.
Yeah.
Like write down the things that you did. Like I talk about that. I ran a mile every day for 30 days this year. And I don't even feel like that. I feel like that was so long ago, but I ran a mile every day for 30 days this year. I never have been a runner. And this year I also learned I'm trying not to tie my fitness goals into weight specifically, like how much I weigh. Because if I did that, I'd be crying every day, y'all. Like it's just, I'm not going to tie my fitness goals to weight. I tie them to like benchmarks in like my actual progress. So like how fast I'm running, my mile time, or how heavy I can lift now. That's what I've been tying my fitness goals to. And I find myself, I still get down about like my weight fluctuating sometimes. We're gonna get that. But I still get down about that sometimes. But for the most part, when I look at how much I've worked out, when I look at the things I've been able to accomplish at the gym, like I feel so good, because I'm like, I don't know many people my age who can run the way I run and who can lift the way I lift and work out the way I work out. Like I'm a fucking beast in the gym. I'm telling you. And I feel like that, and I know that. So fitness has been super important this year. It's been super exciting, I feel like, this year. And I'm excited to keep that going for 2022.
No, I feel the same way. I talk to some of my friends, some a lot bigger than me, some smaller than me, who all be like, I could never be doing. I came in like, I did my mile in 7:37. I'm like, what? Like, or I'm like, what? Like,
that's what I said. I couldn't do that in high school, and I'm doing it now.
And so be like pushing 40, and like some of my friends ain't seen a treadmill in years, let alone. So that's how the wins is. But speaking on that too, like one of the things that she's done this year that I've completely lost the mark on, and I feel like that's another thing to Like, all right, well, I didn't hit the mark there, so putting it back on, that's the thing too, putting it back on your 2022, and it's my book reading. I'm going to hit a book a month next year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to hit a book a month.
12.
Yeah.
And I've upped mine to 20. So I'm going to charge you 20 books in 2022. I should make it 22.
Yeah,
22 for 2022.
I'm not even going to hit 4. I was at the cusp of 4, and I just stopped reading 75 hard. But I can talk about failures. I'm okay with talking about what I missed and what I need to improve on, because
I'm changing mine right now. 22 for 22.
Because I'm not IG pump faking or anything out here. Like, I've been great. I had no losses. I did everything perfect this year, because I would be a super lie.
Same here. I also I need to update my LinkedIn. That's just a personal goal.
I think you should always keep. That's the thing.
A
running update on LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn, should be constantly updated.
Now mine is updated, like everything's accurate, but I just need to spruce it up a little bit. And then we need to get a 2022 affirmation for the year. So we need to figure out what our 2022 affirmation for the year is going to be. Getting some of these comments before we get to the last schedule or the last topic.
Coming up on Issa here. Mm-hmm. Issa's already.
I got it.
Yeah. I think we only had
ages. Sound like you have so much strategic and you've been through some things. I mean, yeah, both. I mean, we have the ideas that we have because we messed up so much in the past.
I'm 38.
And I'm 34. I'll be 35 in February. So I can't believe I'll be 35. Where'd the time go?
I mean, I feel like everything you do in life, only time is a true mistake is if you don't learn from it. If you make a mistake in life and it was like, oh, I'm just going to do that same shit again, then that's a mistake. But every mistake that we've ever made, I feel like we always try to be like, okay, let's figure out how, besides her and credit cards, let's figure out how we don't do that again, so we're not here in that same space again next year. And that's why I feel like our growth. And if you watched our channel, I think you can kind of see that. Like we're pretty transparent. We don't talk about every single thing, but we're pretty transparent on this channel. So the start of this YouTube, we were not homeowners. I don't even think were we even close to homeowners when we started this. We had a goal that we wanted to be a homeowner, and then in 2 years when we moved into the house.
When we started this channel, we were moving that March. So we started this channel like December of 2017. And we were moving March of 2018.
Okay, so on your channel.
We were on my channel before.
Okay.
So
on this channel, okay. Okay, so you have seen this. Okay.
But on my channel, y'all have seen us for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's been like, I mean, we've grown so much. So much. Like my channel started in.
I was still at the Clinton.
It was on 173rd.
Yeah.
That's where my channel started.
Yeah, pre-mortgage.
4 houses ago.
Yeah, pre-mortgage. Like, yeah, because we did I think the first video I ever did for YouTube was sitting down and doing. No, that wasn't the first video.
We did like a couples tag or something.
Yeah.
Back in like 2014, 20, like that.
God.
Oh, God. Celebrate your wins. You have to. You absolutely have to. I can do anything but fail. I like that. I
do like that affirmation.
Like I said, we got to find our 2022 phrase. All right, let's get to the last topic. And that is home. And this one's actually pretty easy. So as you guys know, if you don't know, we moved into this house a little over a year ago, last October. And so I think this year in 2021, we've made a lot of strides. I think we're finally like fully moved in. I feel like we unpacked the last box when we finished the garage.
Oh no, when we put the girls' playroom.
You're right. Just last week, we unpacked the last box that I think we had packed. And so I think we are officially completely unpacked and moved in. So we made a lot of strides in this house. Like we did. If you guys haven't seen the home update, I mean, we put the, what do you call those?
Handles.
The handles on the cabinet. We have we've done a lot. Gosh, we've done so much.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lawn, we got a backyard, we got a patio, we got handles, we did
the garage.
We got
we've done a lot in this house.
We rebuilt we put the office together. There's a lot of stuff that we've done.
So I think for this year coming up, we just have 3 major goals. I have some long-term goals for this house, which one being changing the faucet in the sink and then changing the faucet in our bathtub. Just making it kind of a little more nice and fancy, changing the faucet in the bathtub and maybe even the shower as well. And then the faucets in our bathroom.
Yeah, we'll turn our shower into a rain shower.
Yeah. So I think that's more maybe a 2023 goal. But for 2022, we want to get the house painted. So when they build, or at least our builder, we went with Ryan Homes. And when they build the house, they put flat paint on the walls. You cannot wash flat paint. Any little, you touch the wall, there's going to be a little nick there or a little spot. And so we want to get the house painted.
And we don't just, and just little spots here. We got 3 kids under the age of 10 who don't know how to
not touch the walls. And then the little one likes to draw on the walls.
He's drawn. Luckily, the pencil that he's drawn on a few walls with, those actually come up.
With the magic eraser.
So those actually come up. And it wasn't, Dad was like, okay, thank God, because the walls looked so bad when he did that. But the crayon that he used in his sister's bedroom to write on their walls, that does not come off.
I did not have these problems with those girls. And I keep saying that, but we also didn't have a bunch of like crayons in the house. But now the girls are older, they have writing supplies and stuff in the house. And MJ gets into it and just writes on it. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you doing this? Like, he just, oh my God. He be on one. Next thing is to stain the patio stairs. So when you do get something wood on the outside, like a deck or a patio, can't stain it for at least a year. So obviously we got it this year, so we'll be able to stain it next year and make it look all nice and pretty out there. And then the last thing is I want to change
this is a good one for y'all to comment on, because she swear up and down like everything looks so bad when we walk through the house and we filming vlogs because the lights in here are yellow. Yes.
So I want to change out every single light, and I want to make it a daylight bright. I don't even know why they don't give us a daylight bulb, but it's the regular yellow bulbs that we have, and it drives me insane when I'm like going through footage and we're in like the kitchen or the living or our bedroom. Ugh. It drives me insane when I'm going through footage and I see those yellow ass lights. It just looks so bad. So I have like daylight bulbs on our island lights, our pendant lights, which, that's another long-term goal. These gotta go.
Nah, these gotta go.
Our pendant. So cute when you no, they weren't. I told you I wanted these to go from day one. Our pendant lights, I can't stand them. They gotta go. But I do have daylight bulbs in there. But we have these like, what do you call these?
Just like I forget what they call them. But
they're like embedded in the ceiling. We have those type of lights around the house. Those can lights. All them gotta go. They all gotta go. So they can't go, but they need to replace. Right, with daylight bulbs. Yeah. So that is a goal. That's gonna be kind of costly because those bulbs are all over the house, but we changed them all out. We did it at the last house. We changed them out.
No,
they were screw out lights, so they were easier. But we did change them out at the last house, and it made such a difference. So we're gonna do it at this house too. But I think that's it. Boom. Boom.
I'm the first one lights in my kitchen. I finally mess out.
Thank you. It's so annoying.
No, I don't see. I agree with her in a sense because we vlog, and it did make a big difference at the other house when we changed out the lights. You could tell. But like if we wasn't vlogging, I wouldn't care.
It's still so ugly. Like I was telling my mom, because my mom redid her kitchen. I gotta it's still not completely finished yet. They still gotta refinish some stuff, but
I thought they've been working on that for like 2 months.
Well, they reordered. They got like wrong
yeah.
parts, and then they came and did some of the backsplash, but they didn't order all the stuff in the backsplash. So I gotta show y'all my mom's kitchen. I took taking y'all in there a lot, but it just looks so much brighter. And now I told her to get rid of them yellow lights and get daylight bulbs, and she did that, and it just looks so much brighter. She got like a new light fixture. Her cabinets are like this light gray, and it's actually really cute in there, and it looks larger too, just because it's brighter. So I'm gonna show y'all that when it's done in a couple weeks. But yeah, once you get rid of them yellow lights, honey.
Okay.
Oh, look forward to 2022. I hope so. I like to hear that.
Oh, thanks, Rochelle. Yes. Big things from the Bradleys in 2022. One thing you can guarantee will not happen on the Bradleys in 2022 is any more babies. No more babies.
That won't happen in 22, 23, 24, 25.
Right. No more babies.
Ever.
So
we are settled into hopefully what will look like forever.
For understanding, the next dynamic is the terrible twos, and then boys is after that. These
I'm like, what?
These 2 girls.
By the time, but we got stuff coming up before then, because by the time you get there, I'm telling my friends, I was like, I'll be throwing a high school graduation party in 4 years. Like, what?
Well, we already at the boy point, because I had to tell Morgan that, talking to me about her whispering in the car to Ryan about some boy she thought was cute.
No.
I don't even know. What do you? Hey, you 7. But you know what cute even is?
She's almost 8. And did you guys? Hey, kids should be asleep right now. But if y'all got kids in the room, about to say something. What was I gonna say? Oh, when is it appropriate to have the Santa conversation?
No, here we go.
Y'all tell me when it's appropriate.
Our kids watch our channel, so they could just randomly play this back. So keep in mind that before you say anything you're about to say.
When is it appropriate to have the Christmas conversation?
I think the Santa talk is a good phrase, good way to word it.
When is it appropriate to have that conversation? So Morgan will be 8 in like 4 weeks. Mariah will be 7, like 4 weeks after that. So you guys know they're 13 months apart. So anything we tell Morgan, she will definitely run and tell Mariah as soon as we tell her. So we're going to have to tell them together, because I'd rather it come from me. So when is it appropriate to have that conversation? Because I think, so since their birthdays are so close to Christmas, I would let them enjoy the last Christmas, and then I'd probably sit them down in like early January and be like, hey, this is what it is. So I was thinking next Christmas, Morgan will be almost 9. So I think for the next Christmas, so not 2022, but 2023, she will be almost 10. I think 10 years old is a good age, because if you wait till the next Christmas, she will be 11. Like, girls get their periods by 11. Like, why would, like, she can bleed out of her vagina, but she thinks.
Let's read some comments.
She's still talking about saying,
get out of here. Like I said,
I feel like it doesn't make sense. All we need is a pet. Oh, girl, we ain't get no pet, girl.
I've been trying to push a cat.
We ain't getting no pet, girl.
I've been trying to push a cat. She won't do a dog. She don't do dogs.
If y'all don't, I don't know. Well, maybe I ain't said it in a while, but if y'all don't know anything about me, I am afraid of animals. Okay? I'm afraid of dogs. I'm afraid of cats. I want nothing.
So
nothing.
I've been trying to talk her into a cat, like getting a kitten.
What we need a cat for? For what?
So the kids can have a pet.
They don't need a pet. They don't even know how to take care of themselves and clean up after themselves.
That's why I keep saying a cat is perfect. Because once you train a cat how to go to the bathroom, he doesn't need to. Besides a wash every once in a while, he or she doesn't need anything. They can feed themselves. They don't need to be walked. They don't need to be taken out. It's just a nice house cat. She won't budge.
I feel like pets smell like they have a pet smell. When you walk in the house, they have a pet smell, I feel like.
All right, let's see what Stephanie
I don't want my house to smell like that.
My goal is to get my bedrooms and master bedroom remodeled as well.
Oh, you told us
dryer washer, yeah. Get my living room set, dining room, and loft painted, as well as a new kitchen appliances will be a bonus. Ooh.
Those are lofty goals, Stephanie, for the year.
I mean, hey, Stephanie.
That's cool, though.
Stephanie, that's just one trip for Stephanie. Just cut out one trip next year. You got that.
Leave her alone.
I didn't until they figured. That's what I'm on. I didn't until they figured it out.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what happened? So Mari's fucking almost 12 years old and shit.
And I told him
he almost 12 years, but it was like 2 years, and it was like 2 years in a row where he's like,
no.
Really? Because the kids are at school.
It was
he was like getting into arguments.
It was the end of the 1 year, and he asked me, and he just was like, "Oh." One of my friends said that it wasn't, and I said it was.
People up and down.
The next year, he was getting into arguments, and that's when I pulled him to the side, and I was like, "All right, let's have a conversation."
Boy looking stupid.
He
in school looking crazy, and them kids like, "Why is your big ass not knowing this?" That's what they was thinking, because that's what I would have been thinking, sir.
There's nothing wrong with believing. I feel like once you do that, my biggest thing is
but if I'm getting in arguments in school, like,
so
come on,
y'all know where
I'm at.
I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side of innocence. I believe once you tell a kid that, you take away their innocence. It's done. They can never get it back. That's the last innocent moment they have as kids. Like, that's it. It's over.
But you know what I think? I feel like, again, maybe boys are different, but I feel like with girls, like a lot of my friends, they like started.
Why you keep on correlating this between periods?
Because it's like
that don't matter. You could be, a lot of stuff can happen to you as a kid. It don't mean that you just like, oh man, I can never do anything kiddish again.
I'm not saying that, but I find that to be weird that I'm having this grown-up conversation with this 10-year-old
even
about.
If you're talking to a 10-year-old about that, they don't they still ain't fully computing it. They still ain't compute. It still ain't all the way registering. Like, oh, I can have a baby now. That's not what they thinking.
I don't know.
And you keep trying to correlate the two. Like, we've been having this conversation for a couple of days now, y'all. And I'm like, I've done arguing. I made my argument the first day she said it. Yesterday she brought it up again. I didn't say nothing. And she bringing it again.
Because Mariah's on her iPad going, "Hey Siri, are elves real? Hey Siri."
So we can find out.
How does Santa get to all? And I'm like, Siri don't know what she's talking about, girl. Yeah. Siri, I ain't got the energy to do this.
It was funny because a video had came up, and it was this little boy asking Alexa.
The questions are going to start getting more intricate, and I ain't got the patience.
Can reindeers fly? And Alexa said no. And that started a whole thing. And Raya's going to figure it out one of these days.
She asked Siri everything. She was she was asking Siri for it was like a few weeks ago. She was looking for spells to put on people. And I'm like, what are you doing? Asking Siri for spells to put on people for different things. I'm like, girl, they're going to look at your school iPad and how you committed or something. Stop.
So, Cheryl said, I personally never let my child believe, but I think around 4th grade maybe.
But before they were 8.
I've heard so I don't know.
4th grade is what I said. I said not next Christmas, but the Christmas after. Now Mariah will be in 3rd grade, but again, I can't stop Morgan. I can tell her not to, but she gonna do it. They best friends. They tell each other everything.
I like I said, I've heard this story. I got friends who don't let their kids believe either. And that's all good.
My one friend, she don't, her kids, her son is 3 and her daughter is 2, and they don't do Santa at their house. I'm like, keep your fucking kid away from my kid until I'm ready to tell him.
I just think, like I said, For me, it's just that, like I said, it's an innocence thing. It's this thing to believe. It kind of like, I feel like that's where hope comes from. And what's the word? Hope and like, I can't even think of another word. That's how you get your first thought of hope. Like, oh, I really hope I get this gift. I hope I get it. I hope I get some stuff. And it kind of lets you, and it also teaches you like to be humble and appreciate the things that you get. Like that type of, I'm not saying you can't learn that from not having Santa, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, once the questions come, that's probably when I don't want to just be like, hey, sit down, let me talk to you. Let me tell you this. Without any doubt coming.
I was 10 and that's how I had no idea. Maybe I was stupid.
I was like the same way.
I was 10 and I had no idea, and my parents actually sat me down and told me.
My little sister called my mother and she told me. That's how I found out.
I mean, we were both stupid. We were both slow. I had no idea. Like, I was either 10 or I was getting ready to turn, because my birthday is in February too. So it was around my birthday. I remember they told me. So I think I was getting ready to turn 10.
I think I was 11 and my sister was 8, and she told me.
I feel like my sister wasn't that surprised either. My sister was 3 years younger than me. I feel like she wasn't that surprised. I don't know. Maybe I was slow.
Like I said, my sister came upstairs like, oh, no, it's mommy. I told you. I knew it was mommy.
Son is 8 and he still thinks Santa. I think some kids at school will ruin it for my son soon.
That's how it was with my oldest.
The kids ruined it. Have a cat and 115-pound Rottweiler. Oh my God.
Yes. I want a boxer. I've always wanted a boxer.
Don't you see all those stories on the People's Court?
And you ain't never heard about a boxer.
I be watching the People's Court, and it's always
You got 3 minutes.
Somebody's pit bull and kill somebody else's dog or attack somebody, and the owner don't want to pay every time.
No pet smell because I'm constantly cleaning and they are indoors all the time. That's what I'm saying. A cat.
Who am constantly cleaning? Me?
It's a cat.
Me?
You don't need to constantly. It's a cat. You got to keep the kitty litter scoop and take it out.
Who gonna do that?
Us. What do you mean? You can get
Y'all are not gonna do that.
For one, you can buy a really expensive kitty litter thing. It'll do it itself.
They don't clean up after themselves. You think they're gonna scoop kitty litter?
I just said you can buy an expensive one that'll do it itself.
I don't want to spend my money that way.
Anyway,
I got a new Louis bag picked out. Buy me that.
Yeah.
Not this generation. Told mine when she was young. And she flipped and said, well, God is real. Amen. I know that's right. Cats are vicious creatures. See?
I don't know nothing about that life. I had a cat for.
I had a cat named Diamond.
I did have a cat named Diamond. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I had Diamond from the time I was 10 years old, and she died when I was like 24. My sister called me
crying saying Diamond died. We was crying.
Excuse me, I'm sorry for being attached to something other than human. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Because I had animals. I'm sorry that you didn't have animals growing up.
I had them betta fish. I think my sisters murdered them.
Yeah, I had a bird, 2 birds. I had 2 dogs, a cat, and a rabbit.
Why you doing a bird? Why you want birds?
2 birds. Butch and Barber.
So you want birds flying around your house?
Sometimes my mom let them out to fly around the house.
Why would you do that?
So they can fly around the house.
Why would you want a bird? Why would you want something flying around your house?
Because they're birds. What do you mean?
So why do you want them? Isn't that cruelty to animals? Birds don't want to be caged up with you.
So why did the zoo?
Birds want to be. That's cruelty too. People argue against that. Birds want to be out in the wild.
I'm about to go watch Issa.
They don't want to be caged up in your house.
I'm about to go watch Issa.
Whatever. My bride is a big baby. He loves cheese balls and cookies. Yeah, we ain't doing no pets, girl. They can have some fish. They've been asking when you gonna buy them for fish. Because you said they can have the fish.
Yeah. I'm getting that fish.
You could do the fish. I'm not changing my word.
Yeah, you ain't participating in that neither.
I did my time with that. I did have betta fish. And like I said, I think my sisters murdered them. I really do. My mom called me one morning. I was at work. I was like 21. And I was at work. And my mom called me. And she was like, why would you put your fish on my coffee table? And I said, Mom, what are you talking about? It had been on the coffee table because they were in a little tank. And she was like, no, Who took them out the water and put them on the coffee table? I said, Ma, I ain't putting no fish on no coffee table. Why would I do that? I think my little sisters murdered my fish. A declawed cat.
Yep, we can declaw.
I don't want no cat.
I'm leaving. Y'all having a good night.
Wait a minute, we almost done. Some ideas for you to cook with me, incorporating the kids, continue clean with me, discussion saving money goals, traveling and pack with me. Ooh, and we do got some traveling coming up this year. We got good stuff coming up this year too. We got a wedding. We might be going to Arizona in April. I'm hoping. We got to figure that out.
Yes, we do.
We have friends that are getting married in April, so we're trying to figure out if we can swing Arizona. I've never been to Arizona, so I think that'll be so much fun to go to Arizona. Cat is declawed in both from front and back claws. Clip the bird's wings so they can fly around. Girl, we ain't getting no bird either. He could let that dream go.
I didn't say I personally wanted a bird. I said I think that a nice cat would be nice for the house.
MJ having a fit up there. He's going off. All right, y'all. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Hopefully this was fun, helpful, all that good stuff. MJ is having a fit up there, so we got to go up there and see what's up with him. Love you guys. Thank you so much for jumping. Is this the last one for Vlogmas? This is the last live of 2021. So thank you guys for getting on with us. So when's our next one?
Oh, that's live?
Mm-hmm.
That's be one of these Thursdays.
Right.
One of these Thursdays coming up. I don't.
Amazon
probably
will be
taking
listening
the
to
first couple of weeks off in January.
Why is Amazon listening to us? So
Probably like January
the 13th.
Yeah.
So our next live will probably be January 13th, and then we'll just go ahead and continue those Thursdays every other week. So hopefully you guys are ready for 2022. Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us for 2021. We appreciate it. All the love you guys have shown us. We love y'all. From our reels on Instagram to our videos here on YouTube. Y'all like a part of y'all seriously are a part of our lives. Like, honestly, and we appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. So thank you. And we will see you live in 2022. New videos coming this week, but we'll see you live in 2022.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Be sometime worrying that boy didn't